The night the letter arrived, everything changed, and if you stay till the end of this story, you might see your own life a little differently. Sometimes the smallest moment can save someone. Sometimes one click, one like, one follow, can help a story reach the person who needs hope the most. So if this story touches your heart, kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might be silently struggling. Because you never know whose life you might change. Rain tapped softly against the broken window of Ayan's small rented room as he sat on the floor, staring at the unpaid bills scattered around him. The yellow bulb above flickered like it was tired of fighting too. He hadn't eaten properly in 2 days. His phone battery was at 3%. And the job he thought would save him had rejected him that morning. At just 26, life had already taken more from him than he thought possible. His father had passed away when he was 16. His mother worked as a house cleaner, hiding her back pain behind forced smiles. Ayan had always promised her, Ami, ek din sabthi ko jayega. One day everything will be okay. But tonight, even he didn't believe his own promise. He picked up the letter lying near his foot. It wasn't from a company. It wasn't from a bank. It was from his old university. He almost laughed. Probably another donation request, he whispered. But when he opened it, his hands froze. It was an invitation. Not just any invitation. They wanted him to speak at the university's annual inspiration event. Him. The same boy who almost dropped out because he couldn't afford books. The same boy who used to sit outside classrooms because he felt embarrassed wearing the same clothes every day. He read the letter again. Then again. At the bottom was a handwritten note from his old professor. You were never the smartest student, Ayan. But you were the one who refused to give up. That matters more. His chest tightened. For the first time in months, tears came, but they weren't from hopelessness. They were from being remembered. The next morning, he called his mother. Ami, Moody University in Ibalaya High Speech Kuliya. On the other side, silence. Then soft crying. Beta. I always knew. Ala menit ka fall dita high. But life wasn't magically fixed. He still had no job. Still had bills. Still had days where anxiety sat heavy on his chest. Still had nights where he wondered if he was failing everyone. The speech day arrived faster than he expected. He borrowed a shirt from his neighbor. It was slightly loose, but clean. He ironed it 3 times. On the bus ride to university, he watched people laughing, scrolling phones, living normal lives. For a moment, he felt small again. Then he remembered something his father once told him. Real strength isn't loud. It's quiet. It's the voice that says try again tomorrow. When he reached the campus, memories hit him like waves. The library where he studied late nights. The canteen where he sometimes only drank water because food was expensive. The bench where he once promised himself he would change his family's life. Back then, he thought success meant money. Now he understood it meant survival. It meant growth. It meant not letting pain turn you bitter. Backstage, his hands shook. His throat felt dry. What if I mess up? He whispered to himself. Then he looked at the audience through the curtain. Students laughing. Parents proud. Teachers smiling. And suddenly he realized every single person there was fighting something invisible. He walked on stage. The lights blinded him for a second. Then he spoke. I was never supposed to be here. The hall went silent. I was the student who borrowed books. The student who skipped meals. The student who almost quit. He told them about his father. His mother's sacrifices. The nights he cried quietly so no one would hear. The fear of failing. The shame of poverty. The loneliness of pretending everything was okay. Then he said something that changed the room. Your life is not a race against others. It's a promise to yourself. Some students wiped tears. Some parents held hands tighter. After the speech, people lined up to meet him. Not because he was rich. Not because he was famous. Because he was real. One girl came up, shaking. "Sir, I was going to drop out this week. Thank you." He walked outside later, heart full but mind still practical. He still needed a job. Still needed stability. Still needed hope that lasted beyond one good day. Then his phone rang. Unknown number. He almost ignored it. But something made him answer. "Hello? Is this Ayan? We saw your speech recording online. We have an opening in our company. Would you be interested in interviewing?" He leaned against the wall, stunned. Life didn't change overnight. But it shifted. Weeks later, he got the job. Months later, he paid off debts. A year later, he moved his mother into a better house. But the most important thing? He never forgot who he was. Every weekend, he volunteered, mentoring students who felt lost like he once did. One evening, a boy asked him, "Sir, what if I fail?" Ayan smiled. "Then you learn. Then you stand. Then you try again. That's winning." Years later, when he stood on another stage, bigger, brighter, more successful than he ever imagined, he ended his speech with the same words he lived by. If you are watching this and life feels heavy, please don't give up. Your story is not finished yet. And maybe you needed to hear this today too. If this story made you feel something even a little, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might be losing hope. Because sometimes, stories don't just entertain. Sometimes, they save people. And maybe, today, this story was meant for you.